Hello and welcome to another episode of Biweekly Building. And it's officially December. Woohoo! Let's go. Less than a month now to Christmas. So to start getting in the Christmassy theme, we've brought back the Christmas music in the background. And I'm doing a build in the snow. Just a little bit of a challenge. This build isn't necessarily Christmas themed. I certainly didn't design it that way, but it could definitely be Christmas themed. You just make a couple changes here and there, and definitely adding an interior would make it a lot more cozy. But this building is sort of inspired by two buildings here where I am at uni. There's one building, it's like a really sort of out of the way little building, completely sort of I don't know how you describe it, but it's an ordinary building. There's nothing really special about it, but the color scheme was quite nice. It had this sort of tan sort of paint, I guess, on a rough gravelly looking wall. Obviously it wasn't made of gravel. It's probably what they just put on the outside of bricks. It had a brick base, and it had black painted or sort of black wood. It might have been paint, might have been something else, but it was a dark wood colour, and it worked quite nicely actually. So I've taken that sort of colour scheme and that build palette, and I've applied it to a design of a different build in the same town, where it's the vicar's house, just outside the church. There's this quite large and quite old house that looks straight out Lord of the Rings. It is insane. It's got this roof design. It's got a massive sweeping A-frame roof that sort of curves up to a higher point towards the top, and it looks like something out of Lord of the Rings. It's wonky all over the place. It looks ancient. It looks straight out of a fantasy book. It's amazing. I thought I'd combine the two ideas and try and build a thing inspired by it in Minecraft, and it worked quite well actually. I'm pretty happy with it. I would definitely spend a Christmas here. It's very cozy, almost like a chalet, but not exactly like a chalet. About the build now. Let's get on to what I'm doing. So obviously there's the brick base on the bottom, and there's sandstone, some birch planks, a lot of dark oak wood, and some interesting details on the roof. You can see me making one there, and it's got stairs, slabs, and trapdoors on the top of the roof, and then overhanging it on this like ornament bit, there's I believe a hanging sign, a fence gate, and some trapdoors, and it creates this sort of like detailed ornament looking thingy. I suppose that's sort of inspired by Viking style builds, it worked quite well actually. The actual roof frame it's actually a lot simpler than I was anticipating. It's basically a load of trapdoors, some slabs, and then into stairs, and then just the ornamentation. But there's a couple things that I'm not quite happy with in this build. So this front bit here, the front wall is pretty plain. Well, all of the walls are actually pretty plain. There's not many windows. The windows are quite small. There's not many details. I feel like maybe some variation in the details, a couple trees, maybe a vine growing up. One of the blanker bits of the wall might have worked quite nicely. I'm just working on the back. Currently it's basically just the same as the front. Obviously currently the roof is quite boring as well. There's literally nothing going on. I thought it'd be a lot lower than it actually was, so I wasn't expecting that much blank space, but there is a lot of blank space. So I did add a couple sort of dormers, I guess. They're quite big for dormers, but it's sort of what they are. And that helped fill in a bit of the space, but there are definitely some things I'd like to learn from this build, and but it was sort of a product of the fact that I have a day to make this video, because yesterday was a major deadline for a research project about filmmaking and the basics of filmmaking. Had to do that in 3 days because I'd been procrastinating on it, and that was very stressful. I got it done though, and I was very pleased with myself. I said I'll take today off, but then tomorrow, when this video is supposed to come out, I'll be up at 8 in the morning when it's like maybe like -2 degrees outside. It may snow as well, though they have updated the weather forecast and it's supposed to just be raining overnight. And then I need to go film my short film, then also edit it tomorrow. And then Monday and Tuesday, I have preparation for a presentation that I need to give. And then Thursday, that presentation actually is on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, I have another deadline for my short film. So I have like 1 day to make this video, and then like next week is like just deadline city. So it was quite a nice break to just sort of build something that was nice, cozy, and just sort of, bit of an escape from all the chaos that is university deadlines. Let me tell you, they're not fun. Do the work early, but hey, my brain doesn't work that way. My brain's like, we got 2 months, we'll be fine. Yeah, it's 2 months to do 2 months worth of work, you know. I ended up doing what should have been sort of piecemeal over 10 weeks in an intense 3-day grind, which was fun. But did not eat very healthy food, but that's because I couldn't really go and make food. I ate pot noodle and Jaffa cakes, but whatever. The build, what's going on with the build? So I put some snow piles around the base just to give it a bit of a snowed in feel, and then just to give it a bit more ambience, a bit more sort of, coziness. Someone's living here. I gave it a bit of a smoke coming out of the chimney, and I love this way of making smoke. It's basically a load of stained glass, white stained glass, all the way through to black, and then you basically cover all those blocks of stained glass in the corresponding stained glass pane, and it creates this really fluffy cloud looking smoke. And I learned that from Brian like 3-4 years ago, and it just looks it looks really nice. Occasionally you'll want to maybe like sort of have it sort of peter out towards the end, but that is the build, that is the video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a very nice Christmas holidays, and I'll see you in 2 weeks.